Hey everybody, this is Lewis Speaks 2020, and today I want to talk to you about needs. Before you can expect anyone to give you what you need, you first have to know what you need. And this involves sitting with yourself and asking yourself two questions. The first question is, what do I need from myself? And the second question is, what do I need from someone else? So today we're going to talk about both questions. And let's start with the first question. The first question is, what do I need from myself? Me personally, what do I need from myself? I need to honor my commitments more. I need to stand up for myself more and advocate for myself more. I need to be more assertive and not allow other people to interject their own ideas. I know that I have the tendency to try and cooperate with other people, and sometimes this cooperation can be misconstrued as weakness. And I need to be more consistent, consistent and also more, I guess, assertive. That's the best word that I can find right now. Assertive with my ideas. And I have to honor my ideas and my words because I realize that a lot of times, what I tend to do is I tend to back down. I tend to, I tend to concede, trying to see things another person's way. And I realize that that leaves me feeling not heard. It leaves me feeling like I betrayed myself because I didn't stand up for my idea. I didn't stand up for what I knew to be true for me, you know? And so, in a way, I need to work on my integrity, my self integrity, because I realize that it's hard for other people to be faithful to me if I keep on betraying myself. That is, I guess, another epiphany that I learned this year. So those are my needs that I need from myself. Now, what do I need? We go into the second question, which was, what do I need from someone else? So me personally, what do I need from someone else? Let's start with the domains. Mentally, I need someone who is educated, someone who is well learned and well spoken, somebody who has a voracious appetite for learning and knowledge. I need somebody who is smart and who can offer me a different perspective. At times I may be seeing things one way, and just having that, I guess, that perspective, having that different voice, that can definitely help me expand my way of thinking. And that's how you grow. So mentally, I need somebody who is educated, who is smart, who's intelligent. I need that. That's mentally. Spiritually, I need somebody who believes in God. I need somebody who not only believes in God, but they demonstrate it. I need somebody who is curious as to how God works in their lives, as to how his power is real and how it transforms them. And I also need somebody with faith, somebody who has such strong faith that nothing really weathers them. They kind of just, relax through the retrogrades because they know that a higher power has them, and they have this faith, this confidence beyond knowing, that is so strong that it's contagious. And I've seen people like that where their faith was so strong that you actually caught it. And it's wonderful. It's a great feeling. So you borrow their faith and it helps you to get over certain difficult times. I think good parenting also, children, who are raised by parents, they borrow their parents' faith. And that helps them to get over the difficult times, So you definitely need someone. I personally need somebody with strong faith. And also belief in God. So that's spiritually. So we talked about mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I need somebody who is strong emotionally, who can also care, who has this nurturing personality, who has a very kind, thoughtful, giving personality, somebody who listens. Because to me, listening is an act of love. When you love somebody, you will listen to them. And not only just hear empty words, here, here, here. No, 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 no. You actually listen to what they have to say. And that right there is just the ultimate form of love. So emotionally, I need somebody who will listen. Emotionally, I need somebody who is strong, who can process their emotions, who we bring our emotions to the table. They bring their feelings, I bring my feelings, and together we share those feelings and we explore them and we work on a resolution together. You know, that to me is amazing, you know? And I realized that part of my love language, me personally, my love language is sharing, you know? Sharing when you actually care enough to share with somebody and you have this interchange with somebody and you're bringing something to the table, they're bringing something to the table, you both have something that you brought to the table. It's great. You feel good. You feel like both of you are actually trying to build something, you know, and that's a wonderful feeling. So emotionally, I need that. I think in terms of temperament, what I need from someone is someone who's not argumentative, somebody who is humble, who is mild-tempered, who can offer constructive feedback in a very loving and mild way. Um, and just a very calm, even temperament. You know, I know that we all, you know, something, we all have many different sides to us. Um, at the same time, I need somebody with this, I guess, you know, when it counts, this even temperament, not somebody who's wild and rambunctious and just all over the place. I know me personally, I'm a calm person and I respond to another calm person. You know, I love energy, don't get me wrong. I definitely love energy, love enthusiasm, love the motivation. That's wonderful. At the same time, I need somebody who's going to be chill and calm when it's time to, you know, and when it counts. You know, what else do I need from someone in terms of, let's move on to financially. I need somebody who has a job. I need somebody with a job. Somebody also who can help me pay my student loans or my bills. You know, and I know that sounds like a chicken head, but I'm not trying to sound like that. But let's be honest. No romance without finance. You know, many couples, they break up because of financial strains. So I need somebody who is going to pull their own weight, who has a job, who is generous, and who knows how to reciprocate. You know, that's the ultimate form of appreciation, reciprocation. You know, if you appreciate it, reciprocate it. That's my motto. That's always been my motto. If you feel like, you know, like if you are grateful for it, if you express that gratitude, give it back, pay it forward. You know, that right there is just necessary. And I realize that in most relationships, people don't know how to be generous. They don't know how to reciprocate. And oftentimes this results in a burden where one person is carrying the burden and oftentimes the resentment, you know, while another person is basking in the glow of being taken care of and being fed. And that right there is not fair. So me, I need the reciprocity. I value fairness. I value harmony. I value balance. And I value evenness. And it's not even and it's not fair if you got one person doing all the heavy lifting, being the mule in the relationship, while another person is just basking in the glow of their efforts. That's not fair to me. So I need somebody who has a job and who can help me pay my student loan, you know, and or a bill or two or three or four, you know, because I could definitely, you know, I could use the help. You know, and what I want to give in kind to, we help each other, you know? So we talked about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, you know, physically. What do I want in a person? Somebody who takes care of themselves, who eats right, who's healthy, a non-smoker, somebody who is health conscious but not fanatical about it, somebody who has a trim figure, you know, They don't have to be muscular or cut or well defined. Just they take care of themselves, you know? And this is what I need. Of course, in terms of the physical, that is not like the be all to end all. I just have to put that caveat out there. The physical is really, really, really unimportant in the grand scheme of things because it changes. People grow older, they have thyroid issues, they, they become less active, as old age sets in. So you also have to temper that, and that's definitely flexible. But the rest, I know myself. I need someone. I need someone who is going to be emotionally present. I work in a field that's very stressful, and just coming home. You think about coming home to a chaotic environment where you're not feeling heard or seen and you're feeling ignored and overlooked. That's going to eventually wear on you. Like I come from a job that's very stressful. I work with people with severe and persistent mental illness. And so oftentimes they disregard and dismiss what you say, and administration disregards you. And so you need a place, a sanctuary where you can actually be heard and seen and made to feel like you matter. That's important. And it starts with the person that you're with. First, yourself. I ask myself this question: Lewis, do you make yourself feel heard and seen and present and valued? Do you? And then with the people that I deal with via friends, via, past relationships, do they make you feel valued? Do they make you feel heard and seen and respected? Do you feel respected with the people that you love and interact with? Do you feel seen? Do you feel listened to? If you don't feel seen, heard, if you don't feel respected, it's going to be hard to maintain those relationships. It's going to be hard to muster up the motivation to even maintain those relationships. So it's really, really important that you get your needs met. And so this video was on the topic of needs. And so I encourage, once again, in summary, for people to ask themselves two questions. What do I need from myself? That's one. And two, what do I need from someone else? And once again, as you grow and you change, those needs may evolve. It's a living document. If you choose to write down your needs, that's a great idea, because when you write things down, it becomes flesh, it becomes real. So writing those things down, wonderful idea. But as I mentioned before, those needs may change, they may evolve, and that's okay. But it's always good to check in with yourself when those needs may change, and also with those you love. So that way you both can understand each other, come to a meeting of the minds and understand where one another is coming from, and amend your needs. Change them, mix and match. And that's what a relationship is for. When you have relationships with yourself and relationships with other people, you will evolve, you will grow, but you will also inform these people of how you've changed and actually try to work with one another through the changes. And that's what makes relationships with yourself and with other people stronger. So I encourage people out there to really, really, really think about your needs and be honest about your needs. Don't try to impress other people. Don't try to alter your needs so that way other people will be pleased. No, you have to be very, very honest about what you need. Because if you're not honest about what you need, what you're going to end up doing is attracting other people that are not being honest. And ultimately that's going to result in a breakdown in communication, in relationships, all that. And that's another one of my needs. I need strong communication. I need somebody to let me know what's going on, how they feel. Not someone who's going to either withhold or fabricate their feelings just to be impressive, just to please me, because ultimately I'll know and I'll think, wait a minute, this person's not being honest. And so it'll break down the trust that I have in them. So once again, explore your needs and first check in with yourself and ask yourself what you need from you, you know? And as you do that, you'll start to see a lot of changes in terms of what you accept, in terms of what you accept from yourself and other people. Because if you don't accept it from yourself, damn sure not going to accept it from somebody else. So I encourage you, get your needs met. You deserve it. This is Lewis Speaks 2020, and I wish you all a good night.